So these kids were given a quiz, 55 questions, and they covered everything, all sorts of. I took the test. I failed on question number 1. So the way it works, you go through this list of things, and I'll read through some of these items here in just a moment. But if, in fact, you answer yes to any of these, then you are privileged. And therefore, you must be publicly shamed, flogged, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what do you do? What happens if you answer yes to any of the questions? What sort of punishment are you sent to in-school suspension? What do you do? So here's question number 1. These are some of the actual questions on this survey given to 8th grade students. And again, I failed out on number 1. Question number 1. I am white. Oh, it's true. I'm lily white, ladies and gentlemen. I mean milk toast, mayonnaise white. I have never tried to hide my sexuality. That's the second question on the list. And you can see all of this at toddstarnes.com. I feel comfortable in the gender I was born in. If you do, then you are privileged. I never doubted my parents' acceptance of my sexuality. My parents are heterosexual. That means you're privileged. My family can afford a therapist. What? That means you're privileged. I have never been called a terrorist. That makes me privileged. Now, I had to stop there for just a moment because there was a couple of summers ago, the New York City Police Department, the NYPD, New York's finest, they set up these inspection stations at the subway stops. And I was actually pulled aside about 3 or 4 times over the summer. They wanted to inspect my bag. And finally, I just asked the guy, I said, do I look like an Islamic radical? What's going on here? Why do you guys keep targeting me? So I guess I could be given a pass on that one. Nobody has ever tried to save me from my religious beliefs. That's all of you Baptists out there. That one's targeted at you. I feel privileged because of the identities I was born with. You know, before the teachers got involved, kids pretty much understood that if they were a boy or a girl. It was pretty self-explanatory. Now, I was reading a survey a couple of days ago, 20-some-odd% of young people in the state of California have not figured out what their gender is. What are they doing in the schools? I have never been mocked for my accent. Well, actually, being a Southerner, I can relate to that one. I am a man. Well, if you're a man, that means you're privileged, of course. All you white guys, you guys got it easy.
I'm a man.
Did you go to summer camp? Producer Pete, you're filling in for producer Christine, who apparently is enjoying her privilege, and she's on vacation today. Producer Pete, did you ever go to summer camp?
No, I was too busy playing Little League Baseball.
Well, I'm sure that's privilege.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Did you have a baseball glove?
Yeah, I did.
Privilege!
So I guess I am privileged.
Privilege! I have never been catcalled.
Sorry.
Okay, I may have identified with that one too. So so what's going on here? What in the world are they trying to teach these kids? Well, the school district says they wanted to spark a conversation on privilege after reading To Kill a Mockingbird. You know what we had to do when we read To Kill a Mockingbird when I was in school back at Hope P. Sullivan Elementary School? We had to write an essay explaining what we learned. The assistant superintendent was quoted by the local Fox affiliate in Milwaukee. If we want our students to be successful when they go out into their careers in the future, they have to understand that not everyone is like them. Well, as you might imagine, moms and dads are pretty upset. They're having a big school board meeting later this week. And the assistant principal actually said, or the principal rather, said, you know what, yeah, we can see where some of the language here might possibly be of concern to moms and dads. But they still defended the test. So I want to explain something here. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no such thing as privilege. It's a left-wing fallacy. The truth is that if a young person works hard and takes personal responsibility for their actions, well, they can be anything they want to be. They can do anything they want to do in this life. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. It doesn't matter. But what we're seeing here, this privilege test, it's a classic example of a public school that's been turned into an indoctrination center. This is what indoctrination looks like. They want the children to believe there's something wrong if you happen to be white, or if you happen to be straight, or if you happen to be a middle-class Christian. That's not privilege, ladies and gentlemen. That's discrimination.